Okay, so it's a quick demonstration of this Raspberry Pi system. So on the monitor, if nothing is going on, it's simply showing pictures, and this is in fact a screensaver for what is behind. So if we touch the monitor, we now get the first page of the home information and automation system. And just to show what we've got here, first there's the home automation system on the left hand side here. So this is a control for a mood light. Scroll on to the next page. This is just some weather forecast information that's in more detail on the main screen here. And Daisy, just wait, try again. And that's just electric blanket control. Right, so and that can have as many home automation pages on as one wants, and one can also navigate it using a drop-down menu. Okay, next on the screen we've got 7 days weather forecast with an icon for each day. Underneath it there's the a 7-day comment which is showing snow through next week. It's going to be fun, and if one picks any particular day, then the summary changes to say what's going to be happening on that day. Okay, and then in the main body of the screen here, I've got my Google Calendar. Don't use it an awful lot, as you can see, but just trying to show the principle of what's possible here. Okay, next we can do a page down, and what I've got here is a news feed. It's actually driven by Twitter. On the left-hand side, we've got things driven by the BBC feed, and on this side it's BBC World. The details don't actually come from Twitter; they come directly from the BBC. Sorry, from the BBC website using a link from Twitter. Sounds a bit complicated, but it's a way of getting a photograph and slightly more text than that Twitter provides. And then next, if we could come down. This is Google Maps, but also with traffic enabled, and it's nice that multi-touch works on this monitor. So by using 2 fingers, one can move the thing around and also do the normal sort of pinch and zoom. And this is really working quite impressively quickly on the Pi. And then lastly, I've got a page that's not yet populated, which links into an IP camera, and that's tested and working. I just don't have the camera plugged in at the moment. Right, so that's home automation and information, and then the last thing we've got here now is radio and music. So I've got a music player driven also by Node-RED. We've got a couple of icons at the top here, one for radio and one for music. So if we turn on the radio, it's defaulting to radio 4. Don't just turn the volume down a shade. Changing station is the usual sort of stroll up and down. I don't know whether Planet Rock will be. I did actually play music rather than adverts, which is nice. Okay, got a volume up there. We'll come back. We'll come back to the amplifier in a moment. Okay. Right, so that's radio, internet radio. If we move now to music, we get the music icon. With music, one first has to add a playlist to play, and it'll accumulate playlists and play them randomly if need be. So if we just pick the nice, that's the random or straight through option, and then just press play. And there's nice Hang On to a Dream, which is a good test of an audio system. And that's coming through nice and clearly, which is great. Okay, that's shown all the functions. We're next moved on to the hardware that's involved. Okay, this is now just showing the hardware. So the core of the system is a Raspberry Pi 3 connected to Ethernet and HDMI to the screen, and USB for the touch screen and power. And then that connects onto an audio system, which is a digital audio card, about £3 on eBay, and that produces CD quality sound. And then that is connected into the amplifier, which is a tiny 50 cents, would you believe, amplifier from AliExpress, which is driving 3 + 3 watts of power to the speakers. And the nice thing is that that's driven off 5 volts, so it can use the same power supply as the Pi. Anyway, I hope that gives you a good overview of the system and how it works. Thank you.